Hello. How are you doing? So, I want to talk about something really quickly. Let me just think for a few seconds. I don't want to hold on to this life any longer, but I want to explain what I mean. When I say this is hell, this is really hell, and I'm not talking about hell is life is what you make it type of stuff. See, people feel like when you die out of this world, you're going into the afterlife, and people act like they are afraid to die in this world. But really, this world is death. This world is death. The astral world is not death. Now, I don't think that world is completely real either, but it's more real than this world. Uh, I don't think there's death in the astral world. I don't believe there's death. There's death over here. In the astral world, you don't have all those blood sacrifices like you have over here. You don't have the type of corruption that you have over here. In the astral world, you don't have that kind of corruption. This is not a good place to be. This is not a good place to be. And I'm really getting to the point of just letting go of this life because it's not right. This life isn't right. And there's quite a few people that feel that way. And there's some that might not feel that way because they have things that they enjoy in their lives, like they could be doing something every day that they enjoy, or they could be, with somebody, have a partner, or just family members that they are attached to. One thing about it, I don't know if I want to be attached to anything in this world. I want to be ready to just really go when it's time to go. I don't want any attachments. Attachments keeps me tethered to this realm. If I'm attached to anything in this realm, it keeps me tethered. Okay. So this realm is a whole trap. And then you get in this realm and they tell you, and I'm gonna go there again, regardless of how much I read the Bible, they give you an entity that you're supposed to believe in, believe that he died for you, and he died for your sins. And and the way they tell that story, they making it look like a actual human being. But they say he died for your sins, and you have to believe that he died and rose from the dead, and you will be saved. And you have to go through this whole baptism, uh, this whole ritual, and you keep having to open up your heart and give him your heart, and give him your heart, and give him your heart. And like I said, I'm okay if people choose to do that. I was a diehard Christian, but in the astral world, in the real world, they're not having you do that. They have you do that over here when you come to this world of death. They have you do that, but in the astral world, that's in a the world that's more real than this, because that world is not death. This world is death. You're not told to do those kind of things. You come over here, you forget who you were. You're born into the flesh. You're born into death. You're born into a decaying world. Okay, you're born into sin, and you forget who you were. You forget everything, and they tell you that you have to do this, and you have to give your heart, open up your heart, and give it to this entity. In the astral world, that's not how it is. Okay, but yeah, I just been thinking that I really day by day, I think I just want to die to this. I already die daily, but I really want to cut off any. I just want to cut off any type of entertainment of this world. Too much entertainment of this world. I don't want to. I know this world is death. This world is not real. This world is a complete psyop. This is the actual hell because it's almost like you're trapped inside of a shell. And then you have all these attachments to the world and all these belief systems that keep you trapped to this doggone dimension, to this doggone realm. It's like this world is like a soul trap because they have all these belief systems that they put on you that they tell you that you have to believe. When I said during my meditations, the only sun I see is the actual sun that looks like the sun, like a real sun. That's the only sun I see. And that's another thing. Too much electronic harassment. Too much electronic harassment. It's hell. It really is. Like literally, we are made up of nanobots. And then sometimes these computer programs, they become viruses, and then they harass the heck out of you, and they make your life hell. And these are programs that's on you. I know that's hard to. That's why I don't even want to be in this world anymore, because I can't talk to anybody about that. I mean, there's somebody I could talk to about that. It's people who exist that I could talk to that knows about that better than I do. But I can never have a conversation with them. For some reason, seems like I never can get to those people. Even if I see them on YouTube or whatever, it's still never possible for me to have a conversation with those people. So I just never get to meet these kind of people. I don't see the point of me even being here. You read books, you get information, I get enlightened, and who? To share it with who? And then there's nobody to have a conversation with it about that I can just exchange information with. You got to be careful who you deal with, because a lot of people are up to no good. This is just a whole. It's no reason to. This is not worth. This world is not worth it. The food isn't safe to eat. When I go to the astral world, I can eat whatever I want to eat. Over here, you got to be careful the stuff you eat. Well, United States of America, you do. You got to be careful with the beef. I don't want to take any more chances with beef. I've heard too much about the beef. It's too evil. But see, right, that right there is a lot of the United States of America. The GMO, the water being terrible. A lot of that is the United States of America. That's not really around the world. Even at 6G and 5G and all that stuff that's just so unhealthy. A lot of that is in the United States. It's not really around the world. But I said it doesn't do any good to just really move. It's best to elevate spiritually than to just really just leave. It's good to travel, but you don't want to leave if you leave as a way to escape the craziness. The problem with that is that United States of America and other countries similar to it tend to take over other smaller countries. Okay? They tend to take over other smaller countries. Just like, say what happened with COVID, right? So you could be living in another little smaller, another country, could be third world, but the food is still more organic. The air is fresher to breathe. The food is better, like I said. The water is fresh to drink. You don't have to just buy a bunch of water from the store. It's safe to drink. You can have all of that. But the problem is when you have another pandemic, then those little third world nations don't have a say so. Look at what happened to the president of Haiti, how he was just assassinated because he did not want to go along with the COVID-19 vaccine. because he didn't want that for his people. Look at what happened to him. He was assassinated. Okay, and so like you're forced, even if you want to go somewhere where it's just seemed to be more of a breath of fresh air. You're not going to completely escape the trouble, because when they decide to push something like a global pandemic or whatever it is they want to push, they're going to make sure everybody falls in line. And that's why I say it's best to elevate spiritually to get out of that realm. But I'm getting closer and closer to not wanting to really be here. And I don't want any attachments to this world at all, because it's not real. It's hell. It's a realm of death. It's a realm of decay. You forget everything. Okay. Your body just gives, you have to be careful of everything you eat. It's just, and then all of the blood sacrifices, all of the corruption. You don't have what you see as this corruption, this administration, the worldwide corruption, all of the rituals like you see with Hollywood. That is not happening in the astral world. That's happening in the realm of death. That's literally happening in the realm of death. That's not what happens in the astral world. So this world is pretty bad. It's not worth putting up with. It's not worth putting up with. So anyway, I just felt like talking about that really quickly, and I'll talk later.